Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Inside Sports with Rashad Mitchell, episode number 34, live on Elevation 52A Sports and Lifestyles. Cool streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Let's get into it, man. Inside Sports with Rashad Mitchell. We'll start with the college football playoff right now. Notre Dame is losing. Last time I checked, I was watching the first half of the game. Should be at halftime. It's been all about Penn State. They're winning right now, 10-0, trying to get to that national championship game. Right now, Penn State is in control right now, about to go into halftime. They win 10-0, shutting out the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Only touchdown on the scoreboard has been a touchdown run by Nicholas Singleton from 5 yards and a field goal by Barker. So not a great game from an offensive standpoint, been defensive oriented kind of game. But right now Notre Dame has the ball, 18 seconds left, facing a third down and six. And they're at the Penn State 24-yard line, so they got a chance at least get a field goal. They don't convert on third down and try to make it a 10-3 game. But it's been a relatively slow scoring game. Both quarterbacks don't even have 100 yards passing. 63 yards passing by Riley Leonard for Notre Dame. Drew Allard, he has only 53 yards passing. So it has not been no work of art offensively. Look at the team stats: 12 first downs for Penn State, 7 for Notre Dame, and total yards 194 for Penn State, 126 for Notre Dame. But other than that, I mean, it just hasn't been like a well played game that you expect to see. But it's a very low scoring ball game right now. So it's 18 seconds to go. Second quarter, 10-0 Penn State over Notre Dame in the college football playoff semifinal. Game is in the Orange Bowl. So that's the storyline on that. We got tomorrow's game. We got Ohio State versus Texas. That's going to be another big game to try to get into the national championship game. Ohio State versus Texas. That's in the Cotton Bowl. That's the storyline that's going on in college football, as far as that's concerned. Um, I'm going to start the show with that. I felt Notre Dame was going to win this game. I felt it was going to be Notre Dame Ohio State in that championship game. Still got a lot of football we played. Right now it's third down and one at the Penn State 19-yard line. Notre Dame's currently on a 10 play, 56-yard drive. So they trying to they definitely in field goal range. They just got a first down. Steve Angeli passes complete to Aeneas Williams. Aeneas Williams, 4 yards to the Penn State 15. I don't know what happened to Leonard. I don't know if he got hurt, but he's in the game right now. Steve Angeli. There must be an injury or something. So you got a new quarterback, Steve Angeli. He's provided a spark on his drive. Look at the play-by-play so far. He's been in the lineup. I don't know if it's something happened to Riley Leonard. Did he get hurt? I don't know. But he's in the game. Steve Angeli replacing Riley Leonard. 2nd down, 18 from the Penn State 23-yard line. Steve Angeli just got sacked by Abdul Carter for a loss of 8. So they got the ball 2nd and 18 from the Penn State 23-yard line. So Notre Dame cannot afford to. But now it's 2 seconds left, so they got to kick the field goal to make it a touchdown game. But I don't know. It's breaking news. I don't know what happened to Riley Leonard. He's not in the ball game. Steve Angeli has been in the ball game. He's completed 6 of 7 for 44 yards. It's like a change up to spark something off this offense. Obviously, he's done a great job, Steve Angeli. from Westfield, New Jersey, a junior 6'2". So we'll see how that goes in the second half. What happens in the second half? But right now, um, the second down at 18. It looks like obviously Notre Dame's going to kick a field goal, try to make it a 10-3 game. And it is a 10-3 game. Mitch made a 41-yard field goal, and now it's 10-3. So it'll be it for the first half. And it's halftime. Penn State leads Notre Dame 10-3 at halftime. So you have a close game. We expect it to be that way. That was a big drive for Notre Dame. But again, the turning point in this game is Steve Angeli. He's in the ball game. He was on this drive. He was directing this drive. Um, did something happen to Light Leonard? Did he get hurt? Because I see Steve Angeli coming to the game. He was on this. He directed this drive, most of this drive, and look at the summary. Riley Leonard started the drive. He completed 9 yards to Aeneas Williams from the 25 to the 34-yard line, then called timeout. And Riley Leonard completed a pass to Mitchell Evans for 6 yards to the North Dame 40-yard line and a first down. Then Riley Leonard threw an incomplete pass on first down. Then here comes Steve Angeli. He's been in the game. He was in the game ever since. He's been in the game. So I don't know if there's a switch up by Marcus Freeman to change the pace of the game and spark some momentum, but obviously it's worked. It's 10-3, so we still have a ball game. It's anybody's game at halftime. So that's it. I think Notre Dame is gonna win this game. I picked them to win this game, and I think it's gonna be Notre Dame versus Ohio State in the national championship game. So we'll see what happens as far as that is concerned. Right. So what else to get into, man? You gotta get into obviously get some NBA. How about that game between Oklahoma City versus Cleveland? That was an excellent basketball game. Two of the best teams, in the league, two best records. You had OKC with a 15 game winning streak. Cleveland had a 10-game winning streak. Maybe a possibility of a NBA Finals preview, possibly. But that matchup was just amazing, and the game lived up to the hype. When you look at the game, it was just back and forth. A lot of scoring, role players stepping up, doing their thing. It was just a very high scoring affair between those two teams. And but give credit to Cleveland. I mean, they still have single digit losses. They're 32-4 after 36 games. So they got to prove it in the postseason that they can beat the Celtics, knock them off, and see what happens. But right now, they look like the best team in the league, Cleveland. Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley got so many players. You know, Garland. They got so many players on that team that can do a lot of great things, and they stay healthy. Look out! But obviously, body work is gonna be cut out for them once playoff time comes. So, like I said, as far as the college football is concerned, I picked Notre Dame to beat Penn State, and they will face Ohio State. They will beat Texas tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. That's my story on that. But back to the NBA, man. The NBA was definitely on point last night. Last night was excellent as far as the brand of basketball. Because the NBA been dealing with a lot of tough times as far as like the ratings being in the toilet. The ratings have not been good, and when you look at it, rightly so, too many 3-point shots. But last night's game definitely gave some type of hope to what the league can be. You have these two teams playing at a high level. Again, small markets, and but they're playing very, very well as a basketball team for as Cavaliers are concerned. And right now, they winning 126 to 124, 129, 124, looking to go 33-4. Another thing that's a question is, can this team win 70 games? The way they're playing right now, they win this game tonight, they're 33-4. Can they go for 70? That's a possibility. I'm saying right now, that Donovan Mitchell didn't play tonight. Let's see the starting lineup: Wade, Mobley, Allen, Garland, and LeVert. And Garland's having a big game. He got 38 points, 9 assists, 39.6 seconds to go. Cleveland trying to make it 11 straight. 21 for Mobley, 17 for Allen. Their bench is pretty good. Struce, 12 points. This team can be dangerous. Right now, they're trying to hold off the 8-29 Toronto Raptors to winning by 5 points right now. The Pistons are playing pretty good. The Pistons, man, shout out to the Pistons. Pistons are 19-18. Look at that, they're going to be going back to 500, 19-19. But that's a big time improvement from what they was last year. Last year, they were 14-68. They had the worst record in basketball. And Jake, give credit to Coach Bickerstaff. I mean, with the addition of Tobias Harris, the addition of Tim Hardaway Jr., with obviously Cade Cunningham playing well, Malik Beasley coming off the bench. Actually, he started. I think he was like more of a bench guy, but anyway, this team's played very well, and this team definitely get into the postseason. In 1918, they definitely come a long way. Right now, it looks like they're gonna lose this game to the Warriors at home, as far as that's concerned. The Lakers and the Hornets game is postponed due to the unfortunate wildfires that's going on. All the best for the people in LA, man. That's just devastating to see people lose their homes. So due to wildfires and stuff like that, man, just catastrophic situation. These natural disasters in LA. So all the best to the families, man. That's all needs to be said about that. But Cleveland's about to win their 12th in a row. They're 32-4. They got the best record in the league by far. They've been the best team in the league and the best in the West in the East for a long time. Boston's still right there in the thick of it, 27-10. Knicks are 25-13. So there's a lot going on in this situation. And Detroit's in eighth place in that conference. So they got a chance to make it to the playoffs, man. Very impressive. See where it was, a year ago. And last year it was 14-68. They let go of Monty Williams. He was gone, and then here comes Bickerstaff. JB Bickerstaff, he's done an excellent job. His team is 19-18, fourth in the Central, eighth in the Eastern Conference. So definitely a dramatic improvement from last year. Now they're gonna go 19-19, looks like, because they're losing right now to Golden State. So it looks like it's gonna be, a loss for the Pistons right now. They're trailing by 7. When you're a Pistons fan, man, you gotta be thrilled the way they've improved so much. JB Bickerstaff should be a candidate for Coach of the Year. The way they was last year to where they are now, it's like this is booming. Things are back with the Pistons. They're not back to being a championship caliber team, but they're winning basketball games. They're not laughing stock. This is a team that beat the Timberwolves on January 4th. Now, Timberwolves are definitely struggling. They're not looking good at all. They definitely miss, Karl Anthony Towns. Because they're what, 19-17. Okay, they won 2 in a row, but they definitely playing below what they expect to be once they made that trade for getting rid of Karl Anthony Towns. The Knicks are 25-13. They're 19-17. They're barely in the eighth place. So OKC with that loss that they suffered last night, having their 15-game losing streak snap. Now they're 30-6 as of right now. As they lost 129 to 122. And Donovan Mitchell didn't play well, but Jared Allen and Evan Mobley played very well. They combined for 46 points, 22 rebounds. They snapped the 15-game winning streak. Gilgeous Alexander defeat had 31 points, 9 assists. Isaiah Hartenstein had almost 2 assists aside, but triple double had 18 points, 11 assists, 11 rebounds. But this is a big time game right here. They'll meet again on January 16th at OKC. And he checked Holmgren back. Right now, he suffered 2 minutes ago a right iliac hip fracture during Sunday's loss to the Warriors, and a return to play program will be provided in 8 to 10 weeks. They said need him to come back. OKC play the Knicks tomorrow, so they gotta be whole. Going to be what we expect them to be. OKC. These are two franchises in a state of transition. It's been like that, obviously, the post LeBron James era for Cleveland, and also the post Kevin Durant era, Russell Westbrook era. Now, these are franchises that have had success going to the finals and playing the big games when LeBron was with Cleveland and with or was OKC when Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook were doing their thing, and with James Harden, they were doing their thing previous years, in 2010s decade and stuff like that, making it happen. So they trying to build life, do better without those guys. Obviously, got to move forward. So then to see, who wins the championship this year, would be Cleveland, OKC. They're two of the best teams. Small markets, they looking good. So that's the storyline on that. Let's look at the stats for the NBA. Right now, Nikola Jokic is leading the league in scoring, 31.5 points a game. The leading scorer at center, the center position. Amazing. When last time a center led the league in scoring? I'll double check that. Trae Young, averaging 12.2 assists a game. He's number one. LaMelo Ball is number one, three-pointers made. Karl Town leads the NBA in rebounding, 14 rebounds. And Giannis has 4 blocks a game. He's number one. And Dyson Daniels, he's number one in steals, 3.1. Look at the team stats. Memphis Grizzlies lead the league in scoring. Memphis Grizzlies lead the league with 123.1 points a game. Cleveland Cavaliers is number one in field goal percentage, shooting 50.4%. Points differential, Cleveland is number one, 11.6. While defensive leaders, Orlando is the best defensive team for its points allowed, 103.2 a game. Rebounding, Rockets of Houston, 48.9 rebounds. And the block shots, San Antonio Spurs lead the league with 6.9 blocks. Right, so that's it for the NBA. Let's get to the NFL. The NFL regular season ended last week. We got the playoffs coming up this week. We got wild card weekend coming up this week. It's going to be a great time to be a football fan. If you're not a fan of these teams, but as a casual fan of the NFL, you're going to be very intrigued by these games. Now, one note is that when the games are going to be moved, obviously these wildfires have been a big story this week, so it has affected sports. So the NFL playoff game between the Vikings and the Rams is going to be moved to Arizona due to the wildfires. That game's going to be played on Monday night, January 13th, between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Rams. So they got to make that adjustment traveling to that arena, that stadium, to play a football game. And rightfully so. This they got to get out of that situation with the wildfires. So for the protection, move to Glendale, Arizona. That's where the game's gonna be played. So wildfire's been going on all week, most of the week. And from that standpoint, you have to make a change. You have to do all you can on the best of the team and do what you can. So that's what it's all about. I think when you look at this game, man, I think the Rams have some experience. You look at first and foremost, the Rams coach Sean McVay won a Super Bowl. Matthew Stafford won a Super Bowl. Cooper Kupp won a Super Bowl. So these guys had experience. Sam Darnold, this is his first playoff game. I don't think he'd ever played as a starter. So this is something new for him. And he played well last week, playoff arena atmosphere against Detroit. As Detroit won 31-9 to win the division, also win number one seed. They won 31-9. That was an impressive win. They ran the ball extremely well with Jameer Gibbs. But they did great on defense. That's the thing that's impressive. All the rash injuries that they've had, they was able to do a great job defensively against this explosive offense of Minnesota. And we got Darnold playing at high level. Then you got Justin Jefferson. You got Jordan Addison, the running game, Aaron Jones and Hawkinson. They was able to hold him. And he was over four in the red zone, so they had opportunities. They just didn't capitalize on it. But I think this game is gonna go now that it's in a neutral field. I still go with the Rams. Um, it's like their team more than like Minnesota. I gotta see more from Minnesota as they have had a great year. They're 14-3 during the regular season, but I don't think they're legit. I gotta see more from this team. Truly, I just like this team. I like the experience factor with the coach, with the quarterback and the receivers. I gotta take for his quarterbacks. I gotta take Stanford over Darnold. He's been there. He's done that. Not so much with Darnold. So I'm going with the Rams to win that game. Commanders and the Buccaneers. That's gonna be an excellent game. I think could see Tampa Bay winning. That combination between Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans. Shout out to Mike Evans, um, making history, tying Jerry Rice for the most 1,000-yard seasons, which is 11 in a row, seasons in a row. I think that combination is gonna be too much for Washington him. But again, Jay Daniels is dynamic, man. He's a dynamic quarterback. He do a lot of great things. It's gonna be a great matchup. They played each other during this season. Buccaneers won 37-20. See the high scoring game, but I like Tampa Bay in this game. I just think they're playing well, especially in the offensive end. I just like that team. Now, if the Buccaneers win, they will play either at Philly. You better play at Philly. If the Eagles beat the Green Bay or host the Los Angeles Rams or Minnesota, if the Packers win. Also, the Commanders could go to Detroit, LA, or Minnesota if they get past Tampa Bay. So we'll see what happens. But I got Tampa Bay in this game. This may be the best game of the whole weekend and wild card weekend. The Packers versus the Eagles. Looks like Hurst is going to be coming back from layoff with the concussion protocol. Now he's back. So Jalen Hurst returned to practice after a 2-week layoff for the concussion without cameras and social media posts and fans producing his performance. So he's back. I like the Eagles in this game. I think what they've done with the running game with Saquon Barkley running for 2,005 yards, and they boast the number one defense. I think they're the best team. Packers are dangerous, Jordan Love, but the issue is they don't have Christian Watson. He's out with a torn ACL. So I think that's going to affect the offense. But I like this team in Philadelphia. They're ready, prime for a Super Bowl run, possibly. So I'm going with the Eagles to win this game. Buffalo and the Broncos. Buffalo and Denver. I like Buffalo in this game. I think the offense is going to make it happen. Obviously, to me, the MVP this year was definitely Josh Allen. Him not having Gabe Davis, not having Stephon Diggs, not having the number one receiver at the highest level, elite receiver, and still be able to have a dynamic season from an offensive standpoint. I gotta go with Buffalo to win this game. 28 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Even Bo Nix threw more touchdowns than Allen threw 29 touchdowns. But I think this game is gonna be all about Buffalo. They got a strong running game with Cook, James Cook. He had a big year, 1,000 yards rushing. 1,000 yards rushing, 16 touchdowns. So I like Buffalo big in this game. I don't think Bo Nix is ready for this kind of scenario. I like Buffalo to win this game. Okay, so you have see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games, 12 games. Got 3 on Sunday, 1 on Monday. So this game this Saturday, start off wild card weekend. I got the Chargers, man. The Chargers, Mr. Fix It. Jim Harbaugh knows what he does when it comes to turning around teams that are downtrodden. And Chargers are favored by 3 points. I love the Chargers this game. I think Chargers are playing red hot football. Justin Herbert looks for his first playoff win, his second postseason start. Spanning a year, been 5 years in the league, he's joined Aaron Rodgers as the only players in league history with at least 500 attempts, 504 and three, a fewer interceptions. It was three in the season. He threw 23 touchdowns, three interceptions. So he definitely took care of the football this year. Um, now we gotta see what he do in the postseason. So I love the Chargers in this game. Houston's not as good as it was last year. The offensive line is not that great. We do some things against the offensive line. That's gonna be the first game to start Wild Card Weekend. So Herbert averaged a career low rather, 227.6 passing yards per game this season, but has a career best 101.7 passer rating. And his past 8 starts on the ground on the road, he has 10 touchdowns, no picks, 106.8 rating. So he's played well on the road the last 8 starts, no interceptions, 10 touchdown passes. He has thrown for at least 335 yards in each of his 2 career starts against the Texans. Now, for the Texans, keep your eyes on Joe Mixon. He's one of the most playoff experienced members of Houston's roster, after appearing in 7 postseason games for the Bengals in 2021-2022. He's averaged 83.1 yards of offense per playoff game and has 2 career postseason touchdowns. Mixon had 1,016 yards rushing with 11 touchdowns this season, to make him one of 4 AFC running backs with at least 1,000 yards rushing and 10 touchdowns. Mixon also added 309 yards receiving to make him the only player in the NFL with 1,250 yards of offense each of the past 4 seasons. So the key matchup is his defensive line, according to D'Amico Ryan's, against the offensive line of the Chargers. Because you got the Texans, Danielle Hunter, defensive end, and Will Anderson Jr., who have combined for 23 sacks, 33 tackles for loss this season. The Chargers were countered with Pro Bowl left tackle Rashawn Slater, who has allowed just 3 sacks and 22 pressures. The Chargers won the first 4 games in the series, again with 24-3 victory in 2002 in the inaugural season of Houston. The Texans beat the Chargers 31-28 in 2013 for the first win in the series. Houston won 2 in a row in the series, 2019-2021. So the Chargers are seeking their first playoff win since the 2018 season, so it's been a long time coming. So they won a playoff game. This is their 6th straight road playoff game. There are 2/3 in that span, with 2 and 3 in that span, something like that. Chargers are 6-10 all time on road as a playoff team. Jim Harbaugh as a coach is 5-3 in the playoffs. Obviously, what we did with San Francisco. Keep your eyes out on Lad McConkey of the Chargers. Among rookies, has 82 receptions, 1,149 yards. He has 11 straight games with at least 50 yards receiving. And the Chargers led the league in scoring defense for the first time since 1963, only allowing 17.7 points per game. Khalil Mack, the linebacker of the Chargers, who was selected to his ninth Pro Bowl last week, is the only player in the league with 6 or more sacks in each of the past 10 seasons. CJ Stroud is the 7th player in NFL history with at least 3,500 yards passing and 20 touchdown passes in each of his first 2 seasons. He threw 3 touchdown passes without an interception in 2 playoff games last season. A win Saturday will make him the 6th quarterback in NFL history to start and win a playoff game in both of his first 2 seasons. Nico Collins, keep your eyes on him at wide receiver for the Texans. He led the team with 68 catches for 1,006 yards receiving in the regular season for his 2nd straight 1,000-yard season. He ranks 4th in the NFL by averaging 83.8 yards receiving a game and has a touchdown reception in 6 of his past 7 home games, including the playoffs. Dalton Schultz joins Travis Kelce as the only tight ends in the NFL with at least 50 catches and 500 yards receiving in the past 5 seasons. He has a touchdown reception in 3 of his past 4 playoff games. So I like the Chargers in this game. Also, Jameer Gibbs, that's that Detroit Minnesota game. It was monumental. Gibbs had 23 carries for 139 yards, three touchdowns rushing, five catches caught, 31 yards, and another score. Had four touchdowns in this game. So it was just virtually unstoppable against this Vikings defense. Yeah, Darnold didn't play well, man. 18 of 41, season low 44% completion. Okay, the Vikings were 0 for 3. I thought it was 0 for 4. 0 for 3 in the red zone through two quarters. Yeah, 0 for 4. So they failed to score a touchdown when they were inside the 20. Yeah, so they were 0 for 4 in the red zone. That's why they lost the game. They had opportunities, but give credit to the defense of Detroit. All right, one more game in the wild card weekend. Steelers and the Ravens. I love the Ravens in this game. The Ravens, again, Lamar Jackson obviously dealing with criticism. He can't do big things. He does do well in the playoffs and stuff like that. Or his record, with his track record, but I think definitely the Ravens gonna win this game. I don't trust Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh has been terrible last few weeks. Lost four in a row. And look at their schedule. They all started with when they lost to Philadelphia. They had to prove what they was against them, and they didn't live up to what they were supposed to be. They lose to the Eagles 27-13, then lose to the Ravens 34-17, get blown out by the Chiefs 29-10. Then lose to the Bengals, who could have been in the playoffs, but fell short. Now they got to play the Ravens again. I think the Ravens are going to blow this team out. I think it's going to be the two touchdown game. Get that ball to Derek Henry, take the pressure off Lamar Jackson. Also, um, Zay Flowers not going to be playing. He's going to be out due to the knee injury. So that's not good. But Isaiah Likely got to step up. Mark Andrews got to step up. Rashad Bateman got to step up. Obviously, Zay Flowers, the top receiver that they got. But other guys just got to step up. And again, this is about Lamar Jackson. He has to get it done. We're going to see if he can get it done. As a player, he had a great season. Yes, 41 touchdown passes, four interceptions. Excellent. But you got to do it in the postseason. Despite winning two MVPs, you got to win a championship. So they got Henry in the backfield. I think they do a great job with that. I just don't think the Steelers that good. I think they showed through the games that they played in December against the Eagles, against the Ravens, against the Steelers, against the Eagles, the Steelers, and the Chiefs. Excuse me, against the Eagles and the Ravens and the Chiefs. Against those teams, Steelers didn't do so well. They got totally outclassed. They lost 27-13, 34-17, and 29-10. They lost by double digits to the Eagles, the Ravens, and the Chiefs. So it shows that they're not that good. So I like the Ravens in this game. So those are my picks this week. So now let's get into Honest Day in sports history for January 9th. Now let's get into Honest Day in sports history, January 9th. Let's get into that. Look at the events that took place on this day. Then close out the show. Give an update on the Notre Dame versus Ohio State, Notre Dame versus Penn State game the semifinals, who's winning this game. Right now, Notre Dame has the ball. Okay, Riley Leonard is in the game. They try to do a change of pace, so maybe he's not that hurt. But anyway, Notre Dame's in great field position to try to score, and they just scored. So we got a touchdown by Riley Leonard from 3 yards out. So it's a touchdown. So now we have a potential tie game at 10-10 with 10:46 to go. And it is a 10-10 tie between Notre Dame and Penn State. So we now got a good game going in the Orange Bowl, the right to go to the national championship game. So this is what it's all about. Like I said, I think Notre Dame's going to win this game. I think Penn State will lose. And I think Ohio State will win tomorrow, beat Ohio State Notre Dame. So right now it's 10-10, 10:46 to go in the third quarter. All right, let's go into the on this day in sports history. We'll close out. For January the 9th. I'm not gonna go over all the events. See what we'll just go over a few. Right. On this day, January 9th, 1903, baseball's National American Leagues make peace. January 9th, in his 20th title defense, Joe Louis KO's Buddy Bauer in the first round of their rematch to retain his world heavyweight boxing title at New York's Madison Square Garden. In 1947, on January 9th, Providence Steamrollers guard Dino Martin became the first NBA player to ever score 40 points in a game in a 91-68 win over Cleveland Rebels at Rhode Island Auditorium. The Marines recall Williams. The Marines give notice that they will recall Ted Williams to active duty in 1952. 1958, January 9th, Oscar Robertson of Cincinnati. This is in college basketball. They played with Cincinnati. He scored 56 points. 56 points. That's what he scored. Against Seton Hall, he scored 56 points. 1962, NFL prohibits grabbing of face masks. January 9th, 67. NFL New Orleans franchise takes name Saints. On January 9th, 1972, led by future Lakers star Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Milwaukee Bucks beat the LA Lakers 120 to 104 in the LA's consecutive winning streak at 33, the longest winning streak in Major League sports history. Johnny Bench and Carl Yastrzemski was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame 1989 on January 9th. Jim Palmer and Joe Morgan were elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame on January 9th, 1990. Pete Rose was officially banned from baseball from being elected to the Hall of Fame for betting on baseball in 1991 on January 9th, 1991, Michael Jordan reached 15,000 points as he had 40 points to lead the Bulls to a 107-99 win over Philadelphia at the Spectrum. He reached the 15,000 point mark of his career. 1991, Dean Smith from the Prime became sixth coach to win 700 career coaching basketball games in 1991. And Glenn Gretzky was named as the greatest ever, like the best NHL player ever by Hockey News in 1998, January 9th. Dan on January 9th won his last career NFL game, 20-17 against Seattle. That's it. Let's look at the on this day in sports history for January 9th. So my time is up. I have the new article that's currently on the E52 80sports.com. Article is currently up. That was up to start off the year. Check check that out. Be on the lookout for the next article coming up. It's gonna be really coming up soon. So that's it for the show, man. That's it for today. Show another great episode. See what happens next week for episode number 35. Definitely get into the preview of the Notre Dame, hopefully Notre Dame Ohio State matchup, or either way, national championship games coming up next real soon. So I'll break that down and break down these conference semifinals games. Excuse me, these semifinal games, the postseason between Ohio State and Penn State is going on right now. It's a 10-10 tie so far, the third quarter. Then Ohio State Texas go over that uh, next week on next Thursday. So that's it for the show. Definitely recap the wild card weekend next week, and then preview the divisional playoff, the NFL stuff like that, NBA. That be basically it. I don't think I'm talking about something else outside of just the understanding sports history for January 16th. But all NFL national championship game to break down the national semifinals, these semifinal matchups. Ohio State and Texas and Notre Dame, Penn State. Break that down next week. The wild card weekend, all that good stuff, and preview of the divisional playoff matchups coming up next week. So stay tuned, man. It's best yet to come uh, for the show, and keep supporting. Appreciate the time. That's it for the show. Episode number 34. We'll be back for the episode number 35 of Inside Sports with Rashad Mitchell that comes out every single Thursday night from 9 p.m. to 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Stream live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Elevation 52A Sports and Lifestyle. That's the platform. Until then, talk to you next week. Good night.